All right, good morning, everybody. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome you all here today. This is our second annual LiliCon, the conference for the Lilienfeld Alliance for the Teaching of Rational Skepticism in Higher Education. It's great to see everybody here. Before we start, I just want to give out a quick thanks to the Department of Psychology, the Faculty of Arts and Science, and the Office of Research Services for providing support today. As well, Pearson Education paid for the coffee and the snacks this morning, so a thank you to them. All the meals will be here, so we'll have lunch and dinner here today, lunch here tomorrow, but tomorrow night we're going to head over to Parlor. We've got pizza covered and snacks for everyone, but alcoholic beverages you'll have to cover on your own. And there's a minimum, so I don't usually advocate drinking a lot, but you know, if you could, that'd be great. We have an assistant here helping us today. Where is Taz at? Taz is right there. So she's an honor student. Yeah. She's an honor student here in the Department of Psychology. If you have any problems or need anything, please contact her. She'll be happy to help you. The washrooms are just around the corner. The men's is just to the left. The women's is just down the hall. I had the Wi-Fi password up. If you missed it, it's on the card over there at the end of the table as well, and I'll put it up again at the break. All right, one last thing too, for the speakers that come up, there's a little mic, so you just got to clip this on. And other than that, I think a good place to start today would be to talk a bit about the inspiration behind the Alliance, Dr. Scott Lilienfeld. So as you know, Scott was a major figure in psychology. He was known for challenging pseudoscientific claims from projective tests like the Rorschach, ranging to facilitated communication, among countless others. But what made Scott special wasn't just his scholarship, it was his ability to make scientific thinking approachable and relevant. So he wrote for everyone, students, researchers, the public, contributed to various newspapers, outlets like Skeptical Inquirer, Scientific American, and of course countless journals and books. He championed intellectual humility. That's the idea that we can change our minds in the light of new evidence. So the values he stood for, rational skepticism, open-minded inquiry, respectful dialogue, that's the foundation of the Lilienfeld Alliance, and that's what we're going to be talking about over the next couple days. There's several students here today, which is great. If you're not as familiar with Scott's work, you might want to check this out. It's the Scott Lilienfeld Starter Kit. So I just picked 2 articles, some of my favorites, 2 books, and 2 videos. So just a place to get started. They're just my favorites, but there are countless others, but it's a place to get started and check it out. So Scott said that we should be skeptical, but never cynical, curious, but never dogmatic. Now, the idea of curiosity, of being open to the strange and unexpected, but demanding good evidence, asking good questions, again, that's the heart of what we're doing here today. We have people here today from all over the world. Brazil, California, New York, North Dakota, South Carolina, Maryland, Montreal, Toronto, Red Deer. Just kidding, not Red Deer. There's nobody here from Red Deer. But the rest is true. It is a very international conference. As such, I thought it might be interesting to highlight some of the more unusual landmarks of Alberta for those of you looking for something a little different or a little off the beaten path to explore while you're here. So we'll start with the slightly odd, getting to the very strange. If you want to head a few hours northeast, you can go to Glendon and see the world's largest pierogi. This weighs in at 2,700 kilograms, 6,000 pounds, and is about 20 feet tall or 8.2 meters tall. And it is also the hub of the annual Pierogi Fest. So there you go. We also have the world's largest sausage at Mundare. Thankfully, they went with sausage ring, otherwise it would have been less tasteful. This is 42 feet tall, and Mundare is known for this sausage. The company is Stanichi's. They've been in business since 1959, and they have smoked about 20 million sausages since their inception. Let's get a little weirder. This is the Gopher Hole Museum in Torrington, Alberta, and while it does not actually have any gopher holes, it has 47 displays of stuffed gophers. This is one of them. I did not add the caption, this is real. This is a real place you can go to see. And of course, there's the Invisible House. This is near Red Deer. And how do we know it's invisible? How else would the ladder be standing? It's kind of hard to find, but, and again, I'm not making this up, if you go by a sign that says entering red beer country instead of red deer, it's by there. That's how you find it. So there you go. Getting a bit more odd, that is the merman. So you can find the merman at the Banff Trading Post. So if anybody is going off to the Rockies, this is at the end of Banff Ave. And little is known about the specific history of this skeleton of a half man, half fish, but it is likely a terrifying taxidermy experiment. There are also other mermen though, and there is rumors that they are made of paper mache. So we will never know, but if you want to check it out, that's in Banff. While you're in Banff, you can also check out some of the numerous hauntings. One of the most famous ones is the Ghost Bride at Banff Springs. There were stamps and coins made about the Ghost Bride. That is one of them. Just a little bit about the history of that. The legend is that someone was about to get married and she was at the top of the stairs in the Banff Springs and her gown caught fire. So there was candles all along the stairwell and then she tumbled down the stairs in a ball of flames. So I was curious as to who this person was, who did this tragedy befall, and the most information I can find about any of this is that it happened sometime in the 20s or 30s. That's it. And then I thought, well, maybe there's just more interesting things to talk about than someone bursting into flames and rolling down the stairs. And I looked at newspaper articles at the time, and there were things like local bingo tomorrow. That made it, but the bursting into flames did not. So I'm suspicious if this person ever actually existed. And I'm also suspicious because every Fairmont hotel across the country has a story similar to this. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about ghosts tomorrow. If aliens are more your thing, you could go to St. Paul, which is a couple hours north. That is the St. Paul UFO landing pad. There has not been any UFOs spotted yet, but I think I might know why. So consider this. The speed of light is 299,792,458 meters per second. According to special relativity theory, that is the fastest that anything can travel, all matter. Now, a light year is a measure of astronomical distance. So it's about 9 trillion kilometers. The Milky Way is 100,000 light years across. So let's say that the aliens got close. This would be about 2 seconds of a light year. They would still need to do this to find the UFO landing pad. And this is as close as I could zoom in, and I still can't see it here. The only reason I'm sharing this information with you is I don't want you to be disappointed when you go. There may not be UFOs there, all right? And finally, we have the Big Valley Creation Science Museum, where you can find evidence that the Earth is only a few thousand years old, among other somewhat dubious claims. I would be fine with this if they added quotations to both the words science and evidence, but they have not.